All right, got you. Got you.
Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Grown Women Conversation with Sister JJ and Queens. And today I have with me my beautiful sister KK.
Hello,
She
hello,
look
hello,
delayed, y'all.
everyone. Hello, Queen.
Then I have my minty, beautiful queen herself, Miss Deanna Elise.
Hi guys.
And I have another one of my Queens production manager, Miss B.
Hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey girl,
And
hey.
our girl, and our girl, Dr. Clark, she is not going to be available today. She had some things that she had to take care of. I let her come and tell her own business, even though this grown women conversation, we don't be telling grown women's business.
Right.
So hey, I just wanted to
That
get some
part.
women to come together, have some conversations, because we got a lot of stuff we want to talk about that we do talk about, and things that we want to share and get off our chest and just have an opinion, because everybody get to have their own opinions and just share some things and enlighten ourselves and educate ourselves and just be amongst some wonderful queens. So thank you all for chiming in with me and having a nice little conversation today. I don't know if it's gonna get a little heated. I don't know what it's gonna be. Y'all know I don't like that drama though, so we'll see. So we're gonna start with KK. So KK, let's talk about what's going on in the world. You said you had some things that you wanted to talk about.
So I scroll TikTok and I was just watching how um, a lot of um, TikTokers are posting about boycotting Asian businesses. Are y'all aware of that? Have y'all been watching and keeping up with that?
Yes.
So it seems to have started from the case where the young man, and I cannot call his name correctly. I want to say Cyrus is his first name. I don't know his last name. A young man went into an Asian, I believe it was a convenience store. There was an accusation of him possibly stealing, and the result was this young melanated young man named Cyrus. I believe he was a teenager. I don't know the age of him, but he ended up being shot and killed by this Asian owner. So year that happened, it may have been last year, but I don't remember the year. But he was put on trial and ultimately found not guilty. So as a
Mm.
result, the black community has banded together to boycott Asian businesses, nail salons, beauty supply, and a lot of the restaurants. So I look at it as to me that is a great thing that we're boycotting, but not for just a moment. It should be a movement, and it should be like that continually, where not only are we boycotting, but we are also patronizing black businesses.
Mhm.
And it seems to be effective because a lot of the posts that I'm seeing, their businesses are no one's in there. But my question is, are we also patronizing the black businesses? What are we doing with our black dollars? Because our black dollars should circulate in our own community, and that wealth should stay in the community. Because typically, if I go to let's say I go to a black nail salon, my money goes to her. Her money should go to let's say, a black grocery store. That money should continue to circulate in black businesses so the wealth can stay in the community. I don't know the statistics on what they say how long I believe it's 6 hours the black dollar stays in the community, and I could be wrong, but I know it's short. My time frame could be short, but every other race of people, their dollars circulate in their community much longer than that. Meaning it goes from hand to hand to hand to hand. That wealth spreads amongst their community longer than it does ours. So I feel like this boycott, not a boycott. Some people are calling it a blackout now. And yeah, let's black everybody out, and let's continue to patronize each other so we can grow in wealth and continue to help each other. So that's what I felt like was one of the biggest topics that we needed to talk about, and continue to utilize businesses and spread the wealth, because some people don't even know that this is going on. So if you know about it, let people know, talk about it, patronize our own people. Anybody got something to say? Oops, wrong show.
Well, before the other queens talk, I do want to say, Miss KK, you definitely gonna have to check your internet because you've been freezing and TikToking and all that stuff. Thank God that your audio kept going, but I try
Yes.
to put you on the major platform, but you were TikToking. I was like, I can't do this to that queen. So that's the only reason why I didn't give you the bigger platform as you were talking. So what you got? Well, let's the youngest queen on here. Oh, she ready too. See what you got, Miss Deanna.
Okay, so y'all can hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
So
We sure can.
when it comes to giving dollars into the giving black dollars back to the black community, that's always something that like that group of Gen Z millennials we've always been really really big about, because first off, let's be honest, everybody in our generation, in that confused generation, as people like to put us at, we're very like, our black dollars go to black people first off. So we're always big on putting black dollars back with black people. When it comes to using social media as a platform to push different types of boycotts, I personally don't think TikTok is the place to boycott Asians, because TikTok is an Asian app.
Mm.
So it's like a lot of people don't know about it because China
Mm.
and Japan are the ones that are deciding what gets pushed towards the For You page. So a lot of people don't know because they actually don't know.
So now
That's
they know.
what'd you say?
Mm.
Yeah, that's
So
interesting.
so what you're saying is they're really not threatened by us saying boycott.
No, they're not
Because
threatened at all.
if
Simply
they
because
were threatened by it, then all they had to do is hit that button. But here's
yeah,
the deal: it's not affecting them. So the more that, because I am a businesswoman, as we all are, and my master's is in business administration, concentration in marketing. I think a little different. Now check this out. So maybe they don't mind you all on TikTok talking about boycott, because that brings on more people
yeah.
to their TikTok. And the more people that's on their TikTok, that's more money that they're making.
Mhm.
So go ahead and yell boycott, 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 because the people that's really got the money, the powers that be, they're making big money off of us using their platform to boycott the businesses that they're not even really afraid of, because in their minds they think that, hey, it'll only last for a little bit, and just wave. And I said this to KK, just waver through the boycott, the emotional state of mind, and then we'll be right back. So they're still making money because we're
Yeah.
making them money. So that was a good point. I don't
And
know whether using their platform, but then if that's the platform that we have, then what do we do?
And then the thing is with TikTok specifically, because
Right.
there's so many niches that are on TikTok, once you start with TikTok, then you start doing a doom scroll. So then, like you said, you're continuously using the app. And don't get me wrong, I use TikTok just as much as the next person. But they control also. If you post on TikTok, if you say certain words, including boycotts, wars, anything involving like anything political, TikTok will put either a ban or they'll put some type of like, hey guys, so this is a little inappropriate. You can pass it if you want to. So a lot of times, like those big boycott videos don't get looked at. You push it, cool. Now, like you said, they're still going because once you see that little, hey, this is inappropriate, most people just skip it anyway.
Not
So
me. If I said appropriate, I'm like a kid when you leave a
exactly,
kid
like,
this
no,
time, they say don't touch it. And as soon as my parents' back is changed, I'm gonna touch it. That's the same thing. Just like even with those violent videos, when they be like, warning, graphic, advise, don't touch it or whatnot. I mean, don't view it if you have, if it's very graphic. I'm first thing smoking. Because I'm so nosy. So there might be a lot of people like me.
And then it starts
so aside from okay, we get that the TikTok using the platform is actually Asian owner. I said own. How do you feel about actually blackouting the businesses in honor of what's going on? So let's go back to that. That's KK's original question. How do you feel about? And that was a good point, Deanna. So how do you feel about that?
To be honest, I am perfectly fine with it, to be completely honest, because when it comes to like beauty supply stores, nail salons, a lot of these Asian people, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of these Asian people are using Black cultures to make this stuff. Yeah, they're braiding people's hair, they're doing long nails. If we're gonna use Black culture, go ahead and buy the Black culture from the Black people.
Yeah.
That's a good point right there. And my thing is, I'm gonna let you go, Miss B. What I think you was gonna say something.
Oh, I was just agreeing with her. We definitely. Well, we've been saying this for years. Black people need to support Black people. Period. Black businesses. Period. Regardless if we weren't in this thing, this situation with the Asians, we need to support each other. Our Black businesses are, they don't last long if we do, and I don't know if I ever told you this story, but my first marriage, me and my ex-husband, we owned a full beauty salon, and I was pregnant with my son Elijah, and he didn't want me to work. So what he did was send me to do nails. He sent me to school to learn how to do nails and stuff like that. So what I learned from that was that the Asians, they're able to put up so many stores because they're able to buy the stuff in bulk. Because as you guys know, when you buy things in bulk, the more you buy, the lower the price. So they all get together. They all get together and put their money together and just order one big gigantic order. Then they just, distribute amongst each other to different stores and stuff. I remember, I used to go to this Black beauty supply when I first was learning how to airbrush. I went in there and wanted to go buy me an airbrush machine. The airbrush machine was like $270 something. So I said, you know what? They had put up a brand new Asian store directly across the street. They, I got sucker tash because I seen that. I said, let me go see how much it is over there, right? I went across the street. The exact same airbrush machine that they had for $275 was for $150. So yes, I went. I said, you know what? Let me go back over there because I want to patronize my people. I said, let me go back over there and see if they'll price match, if they're willing to price match. So I let them know, the pricing difference. And they told me, they said, we can't go down. They weren't even willing to go down. They said
they weren't willing to go down.
They couldn't price match because the wherever they buy it from, they charge them more. So the agents, they get it for a lower price, so they're able to sell it for $150. Where this Black beauty supply, they might get it at market value, or they might get it at whatever retail value that it is. They won't make their money back because they don't get it for the price that the agents get it for. Because even then, then I was using like Sheba nail polish and things like that, OPI. In the beauty supply, it was like $5-6 a bottle. But at the Asian, at that time, it was like 99 cents, $1.99 bottle. Same thing with the nail art and stuff like that. So, we have it really hard out the gate, to be honest with you. That's why it's so hard. A lot of people are like, oh, black people businesses are so expensive. That's because we don't get the same prices that everybody else get. So it's a
And that's a
struggle.
good point that you made. That's a good point that you made. And here's my thing to that. We have to learn how to work together as a unit, as a unity. Our mom family has a restaurant in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
For Trinity's the second location.
Second, yeah.
So the food representative from one of the companies will come in and take our orders and all of that. And he hollered at me one day. He said, "Hey, I can't do it, but if you go to the other businesses that's in this area and you all come together, it's like a food co-op, almost like." He said, "You guys order on the same day, I can fix it where you all get the discounts. You get a better rate because I don't use the word discount, but you get a better rate if everybody orders the same day. Nobody has to know what the other person ordered, and everybody's responsible for their own bill, but you must order the same day." Right. Now, mine give you the net 30, so you pay it when you pay it, but everybody has to order the same day.
Right.
Dude, but he couldn't do it. He was like, "That's what the other people are doing." So I went to some businesses in I'm calling y'all out, Petersburg, Virginia. And matter of fact, the businesses are closed.
Yes, every last one of them.
Every last one of them are closed except our business. And so the one lady, she as if I was contagious. "Oh no, I can't do that." Other guy was like, "I don't know, I'll holler at you. Let me see." Not one of them wanted to come together and work as a team so that we could go and get better rates so that we could stay compatible. And every last one of those businesses have closed down. So here's the thing. In as much as the man doesn't give us a fair pricing when it comes to our counterparts, we have forgotten or lost the concept of working together so that we can overcome.
And that's also a lack of education when it comes to running business.
Absolutely.
Because you had an understanding that if I, along with these other businesses, all order together on one particular day, I can get a better rate of my food. Outside of what they're doing, it's not even about the competition. At this point, it's about a business decision, an effective business decision that's going to help you and everybody else. It's almost like, nope, we don't work together. We stay fighting amongst each other. And that's not how other groups of people do things. They have the blueprint. All we have to do is follow it.
We talk unity, but we walk division.
Absolutely. Ooh, that was good, sister.
Girl, hit that fan on me. That was good. Division all day. It's absolutely ridiculous. And to your point, I don't know whether it was Deanna or UKK. What are we going to do when the emotional state settles down?
Right.
And my question is, why do we always have to wait until a tragedy happens in our community that's excessive before now we want to do something? All right, Deanna, it look like you want to talk. Go ahead.
Exactly.
I got you.
It's a lot to do with, because a lot of people are so scared of what other people are going to think about them based on how they feel about certain things. And they don't want other people to look at them and be like, "Well, I don't agree with that," instead of being like, "Okay, well, you don't have to agree with me, but we can agree to disagree on some things." But then that goes back to the whole, everybody wants to work in competition instead of working coherently with each other.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so over this is your punishment for doing us too dirty. Right. Because you do us dirty all day, every day, but now you've done us too dirty. That's too much. Yeah. And this is your punishment. And don't you do us too dirty no more. Get back in line. Just do us a little dirty at a long forever, but little. Don't do it a big at one time, because then we're not going to patronize you for 30 days and then we're gonna come back and give you all of our money plus what we forgot to
Right.
give you, or what we did.
We're gonna buy with interest.
Exactly. You know,
So a moment in
Mhm.
time, and not a movement.
A moment test, protest,
Exactly.
a moment protest is
I hate
ridiculous. And I have seen the communities that they live in. We're not in those communities.
Yeah.
Big, beautiful homes. We're not in those communities. They have their own communities. And I'm not saying that they don't have crime and stuff, but they just, their PR is impeccable because they keep that stuff undercover, but they magnify everything that we do. So, okay. Our condolences from Grown Women Conversation with Sister JJ and the Queens to that young man's family.
Absolutely.
We are going to be continuously talking about it on this platform and on Everybody Got Something to Say. We do mention it on DC Carey Podcast, This Race. So we have to, as you said, KK, we have to get the word out. And to your point, Deanna, hey, utilize, because we're going to utilize it anyway. So we just have to utilize what we have. But what would be great is for us to mosey on over there to fan base. That would be great. Sorry, guys. That would be great to mosey on over there to mosey on over there to fan base. That's a Black-owned podcast. I mean, a Black-owned
social media platform.
Mosey on over there and utilize this platform. Why we want to use everybody else's platform, but we won't use our, once again, not patronizing our own. Yeah. Oh, girl. Yes.
I didn't know nothing about it. I'm about to write it down, and as soon as I get off this, I'm gonna take a look at it. What is it called? Fan base?
Fan base. Mosey on over there to fan base. We'll go to everybody else. Yeah. But we won't go to our own people. Mosey on over there to fan base and get that word out. He'll be more than happy to have us. And you can invest.
I think it's closed now.
Oh, the investment's closed?
Yeah, it was.
Well, we got stock up in there. We got us some up in there. Sure do. Mosey on over there to fan base. And your generation, Deanna, y'all are the ones that make this stuff happen. We actually follow behind y'all. Like y'all be running from us. Now, oh Lord, my mom on Facebook. Let me go to Instagram. My mom on Instagram. Let me go to TikTok. Oh, my mom on TikTok. Yeah, let me go to Snapchat. Oh, my mom on Snapchat. Let me go to fan base. Yeah, oh, y'all run over there to fan base. Run the fan base. Yeah, on Facebook for old folks. When since that happened?
Well, look, Facebook is where all the interesting tea is. Okay, listen, Facebook has all the tea.
And that's what we are. Okay?
We are
tea.
Interesting. Yes, you know it. So okay, let's talk about Deanna. You said you had something you wanted to talk about.
Yes. Okay. So in order for me to say it, I have to do a little history. So back in 2026, there was this actually, wait, real quick. Can we put it where I can see everybody's face? Because I really want to see y'all's reaction to this one. So 2016, there was this thing made by Black men called Stop Black Girls 2016. Okay. These same Black men have come back together and they have made a new thing, which is again, Stop Black Girls 2026. This time they're getting a little more intense with it and they're physically harming Black women in the process. And when they're asked, and they won't run from the police or anything, they'll get arrested by the police. And when they're asked why they did it, they'll literally say, because we just don't like Black women. Black women they're gaining too much power. They're gaining too much mental stability. And it got to a point where in Tucker, there's a Publix. Next to the Publix is a restaurant, and a woman, she was sitting outside, and this man came up behind her and stabbed her in the back.
Oh my God.
And she was just eating her food, and they were like, why did you do it? And he was like, she was just really beautiful, and I just didn't feel like she needed to live anymore. So it's really,
these are Black men doing this?
These are Black men. And then when they're asked, like, what's your issue with Black women? And they'll go, they're getting too smart, they're getting too strong, they're getting too strong-minded, they're speaking too much, they're doing way too much that they shouldn't be doing. And when they're asked, well, what about your mom? What about your sister? Everyone's like, they're different. So I guess my question is, what's the difference? A, and B, the whole concept of it is really crazy, knowing that these same people from 2026 who are on social media posting these pictures of girls, calling them pigs, calling them horses, have now transferred into physically harming these women.
So wait a second, where are they from? Like, are they are they just in general?
They're from Atlanta. Like the whole thing started in Atlanta in 2026, and over the years they've just been like silently picking up people to join this like group that they have. And it like the name of the group is literally Stop Black Girls. That's just their whole thing. And anytime they're asked about it, it's just a genuine hatred for Black women. And then they had this one person that came in and he kind of like infiltrated their like
Camp.
Well, yeah, like their camp pretty much. And he was talking to them and they were like, well, you see, it's not that we don't really like Black women. It's just we're a little intimidated by them. So my whole thing is your solution to this is to physically harm them. So I'm just curious.
What happens to them when they harm the Black ladies? Do they get in trouble by the police? Does anything happen to them?
They get arrested.
Where's Biden? Where's Biden with the don't touch Black women law that you had when they with the Asian don't touch the Asian law? We're gonna need
exactly.
We're gonna need some help.
But outside of that, ladies, we have to protect ourselves.
You daggone right.
We have to protect ourselves
because that's insane.
Yes,
that's a mental defect.
And it really
that's karate classes, boxing classes, gun.
It must be CW.
Yes.
I'm gonna buy me a pink 9mm.
That's what That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
How to defend ourselves effectively against anybody, for that matter. Black men, anybody who wants to violate us.
That sounds like mama issues to me. That sounds like somebody's had a mom, or sound like mama issues. Sound like a girlfriend they were bullied. That sound like somebody had an issue with women in their family. Something happened, and now he's gone out and finding other men that got women issues
and been hurt.
Yeah, that's been hurt. Rather, mommy abandonment, mommy abuse, mommy sexual abuse. I don't know. Mommy turned on me for her man. Sister beat me up. My first girlfriend turned me down. My crush, it sounds like somebody have some misplaced anger.
Right.
Yeah.
And as beautiful as we are,
the nerve. I mean, there's that kind of issue in any race. Like that could happen in a Caucasian race, an Asian race, if that is the reason, the rationale for it, because you have mommy issues or women issues. That's no reason to go out and hurt any woman, any Black woman that you see.
And you got a problem with us standing up and opening our mouth and my gosh, I don't know.
Yeah, that protect ourselves, ladies.
Protect ourselves.
They said that the Black woman is the most assaulted person
unprotected
in the United States, everywhere.
And we're under that, and I believe
it's true.
I believe that. All right, we are coming up to our half an hour. And so we've talked about some things that's been going on, but I like to talk about boys. Or men. I don't want none of my queens to be like, I don't do boys, I do men, We just have
That's right. I don't do boys, I only do men.
so here's a question. I heard this on the radio. The young lady want to get married. I think I spoke with you about it, KK. The young lady want to get married, and the man wants to marry her. However, he makes $250,000 a year. She makes $90,000 a year. That's not the issue. The issue for him is her credit is bad. Her bills is excessive. He told her, before we can get married, I'm going to need for you to clean up your credit and get your bills paid. But here's the deal. He said to her, do that, and I will take care of everything. I will take care of your living. You don't have to do anything. Take care of your bills, get your credit up, get your bills paid, and I will take care of you as you do so. Before I say what some of the feedback was, I'm interested in knowing what you all have to say about that. So I'm gonna start with Miss B. Miss B, what's your views on that? He only will marry her if she cleans up clean up her credit, and while cleaning up her credit, he will take care of her.
Well, what's the age group? What's the age group?
I don't know. That wasn't disclosed, but they are adults. Well,
Okay.
I would think like this. He has to have some type of maturity to him because there are not too many young men that generally think on those lines. And I'm being very
Yeah.
careful about my words and strategic about my words because I have seen some young men step up and talk on a more mature level, which is absolutely awesome. Where were you at when I was young? So
Right.
I'm going to make the assumption that he's a mature man. And I'm going to make the assumption that she's rather mature as well.
Okay. So, I mean, I could definitely understand, that he doesn't want to take on any more debt or anything. And I could definitely understand that he would like for her to get her credit together. But I feel like, well, hell, if he's going to take care of everything anyways, what's the point? Well, you gonna take care of everything anyway. What's the point?
Miss B.
What? I have to clean my credit up so that you can pay all the bills. If you're gonna do it anyways, I could work on it while you're paying all the bills. That's all I'm saying. I ain't cleaning up shit. If you tell me that you're gonna pay the bills, take care of everything, I need to clean my credit up. I ain't gonna be buying nothing. You gonna buy it all, right? That's all I want to know. No.
Oh my gosh, she went there.
That's a real answer. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's everybody's real answer.
Hey, that's my answer.
But he said before we before we can get married, you got to get the credit cleaned up. Don't worry about your bills while you're doing it. I'm not gonna clean up your debt. This was before me. You get your mess cleaned up and come into this marriage with a clean slate. Right. So
I get that. But my thing is this: why we still can't get married? I could clean up my credit. You paying for everything anyways, long as I'm doing it. Because it depends on what's on her credit history. It's not going to be an easy fix. It might take you a couple of years or so. It depends on what it is. Like I got a $200,000 student loan. I ain't gonna be able to pay that off in a year or two. You think I'm gonna wait 3, 4, 5 years to get married because you want me to pay my bills? I don't think so. You marry me, go ahead and do what you say you're gonna do, and I'll take care of my credit and stuff. That's it.
Well, she has.
We are. This is grown women conversation, baby. This is grown women conversation, baby. This is grown women conversation. All right, let's hear from the young queen. Let's hear from the young queen.
I'm not even gonna lie. I agree. Like, if you already know I'm going to take care of it, okay? If we already have discussed that I'm going to take care of it, we already discussed that you're going to be paying for everything else. I'll go ahead and take care of this over here. I'll take care of what I got going on. You take care of me and everything else we got going on. Okay?
Right. That makes sense to me.
You don't see the issue.
I don't see what the problem is.
As long as you keep your end of the bargain, I know I'm gonna keep my end of the bargain because one way or another, I'm gonna have to get it fixed. So where's the issue?
Right.
And like he said, he didn't want to pay her debts. He's not.
Well, I tell you what, we could just file bankruptcy, then debt gone.
Boom.
There. Let's get married.
And she living
baby. Debt gone. Let's get married.
Tony Braxton did it. Shantae Moore did it. Who?
Right. Hello.
they too. Y'all mean that? Okay, KK. What you got?
So I got a different outlook on it. I think it depends on what her credit looked like. And I took a little turn while I was just listening to Belore, Miss B, sorry. And I think he may feel like, okay, let me see how responsible she is financially. Because I'm gonna look at it like this. I don't want you if you're in a whole lot of debt, right? Maybe he wants to see if she's financially responsible to take care of her debts and she has a good show of faith. Maybe he's not going to wait until she clears it up because, like you said, I can have 5 years away, baby. I ain't got that kind of time in me. And in addition to that, he didn't say how to clear it up because she could file bankruptcy and let it be gone. So if she is working on it, now she got to think about this too. Now there's a risk with running bankruptcy because what if it don't work out between him and her? My thought is this: get your credit together, young lady. Get your credit together because if he said, you know what, you're too much of a liability, I don't want it. I don't want to marry you. At least you've worked on your credit, gotten it down, so maybe you're in a better position to do some things for yourself. You got to always have an ulterior motive and make sure you straight. Because I mean, that's his money. That $250K, that $250,000, that's his money. Work on yours. That's how I look at it.
Absolutely. But he gonna give me allowance, so put that aside,
So I understand from the perspective of what you all are saying, but I think that I am over here with my sister. The way you handle your bills tell me how you handle your life. If you're reckless with your credit, if you're reckless with your bills, then that means you'll be reckless with our life. You'll be reckless with our bills. You can only go but so far. If I have dreams and we're talking about building whatever life we have to build with, we can't do that if you're lacking. I'm transparent. I've been up and down with some of my own personal finances, and saying, hey, I gotta get this straight in order for me to get this done. Sometimes people run into situations not because they've been foolish, because when you invest, there's always that risk that it may not turn out the way you want it to turn out. So that could be some of the reasons. But most of the time, unfortunately, as women, most of the time you're in that debt because you done overspent and you ain't paying up some stuff. So I think because I'm like with my sister, I want to be able to have those financial conversations with my spouse, and that he understands money and he respects money and have the financial knowledge to make decisions that are not emotional and not emotional driven and not strategic. As I have been learning more about money, I say I love to talk about money because I'm being more educated about money and the decisions that I have made in my past versus the decisions that I'm making now. So I can understand not wanting to have a person as your spouse that is lacking in the area that you need them to be a little bit more strong in. However, to your point, Ms. B, based on what that debt may look like, we may not be able to fulfill all of that, but to what my sister just said, showing that good faith, showing that mindset of, listen, my mind has changed from whatever it was to over here, because I was married to someone who was horrible with money, had no respect of money. It was as if they had a hole in their pocket. And it's very frustrating when you're trying to have financial conversations with your better half. and make goals and plans for better, and you're the one that's carrying the load of the responsibility, and they are not doing anything, just so free spirited. And then when you go to the bank account, the account is like
Free spirited.
steady depreciating. And
Yes,
you're like,
nothing.
what's
Yeah.
happening here?
Yeah.
So for me, I've always thought, and for a couple, when you're with someone, that's growth. 1+1 = 2. I do basic math. 1+1 = 2. So if I'm with someone, I should see some elevation in our lives, not decrease.
Yeah.
You know, we
Right.
should be growing together.
Growing.
So I can Right. So I can understand him wanting her to understand the value of money, understand the importance of making wiser decisions when you are spending or paying bills, or how can I make this money boomerang? How can I make it come back to me? So I too I've made a lot of bad money decisions in my lifetime. However, now I focus on making better money decisions, to the point where I really don't like going anywhere, because when you go somewhere, that's like, I got to spend money. I'm like, oh God. But I'm invested in so many things that I'm intentional about a lot of things, like gas. I'm only going to go to gas stations that I'm invested in. And if I got to go to another gas station that I'm not invested in, I'm irritated, because that money's not coming back to me. So we have to recondition our mindset to understand money. And here's the deal. Sometimes when you're doing that, life woes will hit you even harder. You're like, man, I heard people say, man, I can't get ahead. I can't win for losing. And it's because that's that force, that energy is pushing the power on you even more to stay in that financial strain, because they know that if you ever get that mind right, you're gonna straight soar. The growth is going to happen, so whatever it is that you want. So for me, I agree with him to a certain extent, and I like what my sister said. He may very well just want to see her good faith. He may just want to see, are you willing? Yeah,
I
are
can
you
see that,
willing?
but sometimes people get in situations. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're reckless and that they don't pay their bills. People, it's a thing called life thing. They get in situations where they're unable to pay their bills. They're not just not being irresponsible. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, a lot of my credit issues that I had in the past wasn't because I'm just shopping, spending out money. It's because I've done things for other people. Got an apartment in my name for my kid. Got a brand new car, hot off the floor when I'm driving a hoochie for a kid, and then they get it repoed. They don't pay it. You know what I mean? So a lot of times it was poor decisions, because I'm thinking I'm helping my children, like most people do at one point in their life. So but I get it. I understand. I would like to know more about, like, the relationship and what he is, what he does. I mean, because if he's making pretty good money like that, if he wants to take her on, just go on and marry her, because he gonna take care of her anyway. I mean, it depends on how long he's been dating her. He gonna know what type of person she is. Is she a procrastinator? Does she get up and go to work every day? Does she clean her house? Do she take care of herself? A person that is a procrastinator or just not about their business, you can just look at a person and tell. You don't even have to look at that credit, because trust me, if you got a messed up organizational life, of your life overall, your credit is gonna be, everything is gonna be unorganized, or not in a good spot. So again, if he love her, he love her for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He been with her. So if they've been together for a while, for him to even talk about he want to marry her, but she got to do this first. You know what I'm saying? I don't like ultimatums. I guess that's the issue that I have. what I'm going through. You know the situation I'm in. Obviously, they had deep conversations. That, oh, my credit is looking like this. You gotta help her. You want to marry her? You tell me taking care of her anyways. Go on and do that. You helping her, and that would free her up to take care of whatever issues she got. And like I said, if all else
But if
fails,
she's not
I'll bankruptcy.
if he's taking care of everything, well, her salary is her salary. That she can do whatever she needs to do with it. So he's putting money in her pocket because she doesn't have to pay for everyday expenses. So I mean, he's put if he's taking care of everything, right? But I'm looking at, and I'm gonna go on his side because I kind of was in a situation. I was in a situation. Okay.
A situation.
I was in a situation. He got $250,000 that he earns on an annual basis. And if he says, I got all of this, right? I got all this living expenses. I got the insurance. I got this. I got the mortgage. I got this. I got that. Baby, you go to work. You take care of what you need to take care of before we get married. He has just put $90,000 in her pocket annually.
Okay, so this is where I'm confused. Okay, this is where I'm confused. So he wants her to take care of his credit. She's making $90,000 a year. Before they get married, she has to clear up her credit, right? So what I'm saying to you is this: so she still has to maintain her work, pay her bills, out her $90,000 because they're not married.
No, that's not. He's taking care of all of that.
Okay, so why don't he get married?
If he already doing it. If he already came for
free, she came in with it. If I was broad, look, let me see what you're gonna do.
That's what he's saying.
Let me see what you're gonna do.
Because now my money becomes your money, right? And if you're not disciplined enough over your money, you're not going to be disciplined over our money. So I need for you to get some discipline about yourself, some structure about yourself, some wisdom about yourself when it comes to this money. Yeah. Because if you can't handle bills or not, he's like, this is what it's growth, it's educating, it's maturing. Get your financial literacy up. Get your financial mental growth up. Because we don't know what that man what they talked about, but if he's making $250,000, I'm quite sure he's trying to push for $500,000. And if your woman, one thing I've learned about some wealthy people I be around quite often, they don't like spending money foolishly. They really don't like spending money foolishly. So if you got a woman that all she doing is spending your money, all of a sudden she ain't becoming attractive no more. She becomes a liability, and liability stink.
And finances is one of the major problems and major causes of divorce.
Not cheating, finances, not abuse. Yeah, there are some women that will stay with him.
That's what prenups are for. You know what I'm saying? He apparently, he could do this prenup, and then he could all, and before, if they get married, he could just give her a little allowance and see how she do with it. If she don't do what she's supposed to do, she will never get access to his bank account. She could just have what she has, because I know one thing,
So my thing is wanting to have, like I said, I go back to me and my experience. Wanting to have those financial conversations with a person that I love, that I want to grow with. I need to know that you can handle where we're going and what we're attempting to do. But if all you're doing is spending, then this team is not going to win. It's like when I see, we know women that they go and buy shoes, they go shopping all day long. Yeah. We literally know women like this. Go shopping all day long and hide the stuff in their trunk and check to see and ease it in the house a little at a time. And it's not just one or two, and they laugh. Our mother owns a beauty salon, so we've been in the beauty salon era all our life, just about. So we get to hear all of this stuff, and they laugh, even giving each other tips on how to deceive your man to take them to go and shop.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're taking out of the household and you're not putting back into the pot. And so after a while, men get tired of that.
Yeah.
Because you're taking, you're being a liability, you're not being an asset. Yeah. What are you doing to help grow this money? Yeah. So yeah, prenup is fine. Well, that means, we get divorced. You can't take all my money, but what about the money that you were spending while we were together?
Exactly.
So one thing that I do appreciate about Gucci Mane's wife, I think I got the right one. Gucci Mane's wife, when he went to prison, when he went to prison, he left her the money. When he came back, he had more money than what he went in with.
Because you know what we do as women? Naturally, we are multipliers. We birth children. We can birth triplets, twins. We multiply anything that you give us. For the most part, if we're financially savvy, we're going to multiply it. That is financial responsibility.
Yeah.
And not, like you said, sister, not being a liability to any man. Because most men want to know, well, what you bringing to the table, boo?
Yeah.
What you bringing to the table?
Yeah. And a lot of times before they marry them, though, right?
Like that's right.
So, and that's probably
that's about the catalyst time put in. Right?
But Queen, it's kind of hard to hear you. It's kind of hard to hear you.
That might be the catalyst if he determines if he want to marry her or not. I know it would be for me. I might love you, but you know what? Love and finances.
We was taught. There you go, sister. Romance without finance is a nuisance. Makes no sense. No, listen, I get it. However, that's when we get to that part of, because that's that brick wall right there. That's that fork in the road right there. And it's like, well, I love her anyway, so I'm gonna roll with it. But then you loving her anyway, but you roll with it, and she hasn't changed. Yeah. Then it becomes a rose, because she's telling you, I'm not going to change. So roll with it. You love me, and I'm not doing anything to change it. Then that becomes frustrated. And so, I mean, if I could take it to the Bible, we're supposed to be virtuous women. And it clearly tells us as virtuous women how we are supposed to act. We're supposed to take care of our household. We're supposed to be able to bring that money up in that house. That's what we do. If we take it to the wilderness, we talk about the talk about the lions. Who go do the hunting? It's the women.
Right.
And some people, but the man just laying on his butt. No, what I'm saying is we are supposed to bring bring the piece of him that he didn't even realize he was missing.
But still, at some point, I do want to go shopping.
Right, but I can go shopping because I can go shopping. You know why I can go shopping? Because I made sure we got that money up in that account.
I got your money right.
I got your money. We got this money, and then he gonna make sure I'm good because he know I'm gonna make sure he good.
That's right.
And that is the first part of you coming first. You gotta let him know, hey baby, because I'm gonna be honest, I done did broke. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can call it what you want. I like to use the word potential.
In between blessings.
Yeah. But bottom line is I have done broke. and it don't look good.
Don't feel good.
It don't feel good either. Baby, I got enough sense for the both of us. We can do it together. Come on. And his mind was not where I saw his mind could be. See, that's the kicker right there. When I was doing potentials and broke, because I was going off of that lust. We're going to talk up in here. I was going off of that lust.
Grown women conversation.
Just grown women conversation, looking how big his feet was.
Okay. That's a mess. Oh my goodness.
Or not. How fine he was. Or how interesting looking he was. Yeah. And then 4 babies later. You like, wait a minute. That's terribly lifted off. Hold on for a minute. What was I thinking about?
Exactly.
And I'm not a gold digger. I just
But I
don't
ain't
want
messing
no
with
I like going places. I
My
like my man
grandmama-
taking care of me. I like gifts. I like to be spoiled. Take me out. Baby, we like first class.
Look at Deanna.
my grandmama and my honey both told me there is nothing wrong with wanting to be taken care of as long as you understand that you need to be able to take care of yourself as well.
Yep.
That part.
Yes.
That part.
That
Yes.
part.
So
That
ain't nothing wrong with getting the help. Ain't nothing wrong with getting the gifts and the love and the shopping sprees when they're offered to you.
Right.
As long as you can do it yourself.
Hello.
And that's that part right there. Boo, Queen, you didn't hit that one right there.
Yes.
Period, Pooh.
Sure did.
You hit that one. Clock it, boo,
Clock it.
clock it. And that's my thing. I like, baby, I can take myself anywhere that I'm asking you that I want to go. You better bet I can take myself. And if I can take myself, I'm not going to allow myself to be placed in relationships that do less than what I can do for myself.
Period.
I want to do all that
That's
stuff.
like being in a relationship with someone who I feel like I have to take care of.
I don't want to be
I
on
don't want to be
struggle
on the
bus.
struggle bus.
I like living the soft life. I like that, So it's nothing wrong with that. So for me, bringing it back to that gentleman, if you're gonna spend all the daggone money, and you ain't got nothing else bringing in, that money got to be recycling. It's got to keep coming back. So you can go shopping when you want to go shopping, and have. This is the thing. Have some restraint when you shop. You ain't got to shop to the bank account hit empty.
Exactly.
Right.
You hit that thing flush. You know what I'm saying? Have some restraint because you don't have to have everything.
Right.
You don't have to have everything. And I was that woman at one time that when I went shopping, but then I also was that woman I was out there in the streets. So I didn't have respect of money because I got money like that. It was like boom, 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 boom. I go to the mall, get up, get dressed up to go to the mall and shop too. I did drop, but it was the way I was getting my money. So I didn't have respect of money like that. So I get it, but then it's like, how many daggone pair of tennis shoes can you buy?
Exactly.
How many pair of heels can you buy? How many bottles of perfume can you buy? How many daggone Louis Vuittons or what was the purses we used to wear back in the back? How many of those can you buy? It's like, come on. And it's because now you become a junkie. You become an addict. I gotta have it. Can't wear this no more. I was terrible. If my tennis shoes, when I was into my tennis shoe era, if my tennis shoes had a little crease in it, I'm throwing them away or giving them away. My shoelaces, instead of just going to buy new shoelaces, I would buy new shoelaces, but instead of going to wash the shoelaces, I buy new ones or just give them away. I did get to the point where I didn't, man, it was terrible.
You just
and then I can't wear my outfit. I can't wear my outfit anymore because I don't.
You don't have shoes with it.
I said, Sister JJ just bougie.
Was it?
Fine art. The gotta go.
She be cracking up. I like that.
Yeah. I was in the hair industry, so I had to keep my wig had to be tight, my hair had to be tight, so all of those things. So, but that's because I was living that what is it, that limelight of spotlight, superficial life.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah, superficial life, and I'm always a giver. I've always been a giver. So, like you said, Miss B, giving to people and helping people. I would give to you, be like, oh, I like this girl. You can have it. I don't care. Like
I've known you.
I go buy another
one.
So now people say, I like that. I said, thank you.
Yes. Like, looking for, dang, I done gave that hat away. Now I want to wear it, but I can't because I gave it to somebody else.
I got to go buy another one. So now when people tell me they like stuff, I'm like, thank you. I keep it moving. I don't know. But I get what you were saying though, Miss B, about not wanting to have ultimatums placed on you.
Right.
But is it a bad thing sometimes to have them placed on us?
I don't know. I
It
don't do well.
Depends on the ultimatum.
Okay,
I don't do
right.
well with ultimatums. Either we're gonna work together to get whatever get it resolved, or we not. Don't tell
So
me it's either this or that. That's what I dealt with my last relationship. You could do this, but if you do, it's gonna be without me. I don't like that. Those are ultimatums, and every time I hear ultimatums, it just gives a really bad taste in my mouth. It
it's a
doesn't matter
trigger
what.
for you.
Yeah,
Right.
So no ultimatums for you is good.
that's right. No
There's,
ultimatum.
there's a way,
I said what
None.
I said. I said what I
None.
said.
None. That's
I
what
missed it.
I said. I ain't dealing with no more
Ladies,
ultimatums.
ladies. It is, and look, this hour has gone by super fast. This
Oh,
is an hour show. Yes. We're not going to take it to two
okay.
hours because when we get that train rolling, we get to go and we can. I think we need to wrap this on up.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
one thing I want to tell y'all though that I don't know if y'all heard about. I got real upset about it. Did y'all hear about the UFC fighter at the White House? He won his fight and then he yelled out, "Michelle Obama's a man." Did y'all hear about that?
y'all know what?
I
Y'all
was
know what,
I
they
just read it right before I
gonna
got on here, and I was just like, I can't believe at the White House. The White House had a UFC fight. He won the fight. Now he done just used the whole platform for something negative. He could have talked about, his win, whatever. He gonna yell out, "Michelle Obama's a man." What does she got to do with the fight? I was
You
so
have been in
mad.
the White House.
First of all, why is you having a
That
UFC fight at the White House?
Yes.
part.
Why are you having a UFC? The hillbillies
Girl.
went to New York. Hillbillies went
I
to
was
New
like,
York.
"Come
The
on,
hillbillies are in the White House.
I was like, you better
Wow.
leave our first lady alone. I'm tired of these people messing with her. She don't bother nobody.
They're waiting
Well,
for
here's
her to come back and go off on somebody.
They
That's
want her to snap.
they're waiting for her to do it.
Yeah.
well, here's the deal. She didn't left. She's already left instructions. When they go low, we go high. Michelle living her best life.
She
On
really
her,
is.
on her yacht with her man and her kids. Yup.
Right.
And see, y'all over here saying she a man and she a monkey and she whoop de doo
Right.
and third and she can buy everybody's entire life.
Right.
Yes.
She
She is
really
living her
cares.
best life.
She's
Yes.
living her best life. Ladies, it has been wonderful, wonderful. I enjoyed this conversation, this grown women conversation. And this is what you all can expect. We're going to talk about a little about what's going on in the world, talk about finances, but we are definitely going to be talking about grown women conversations.
That's right.
And it's going to be heated. And as you can see, four beautiful queens on here, not all agreeing, but we all understand that we all have our own opinions. And that's what makes us beautiful queens. We can agree and we can disagree and we can keep on loving on each other.
That's right.
That's what makes us queens. And for
That's
all of
right.
y'all out there that saying stop the black girls, you can't stop a black queen.
That
They
part.
always better.
That part. I'm about to look them up after I get off of this because I've never heard about it. So I don't learn
Yeah.
something new today.
It's been something that's been going on since 2016, and
Wow.
it's social media.
So Miss
Mm.
B, talk to the people where they can find you at and all that good stuff.
Okay, so I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube as Miss B for real spelled REEL. I am gonna start my own YouTube channel, starting over in the 50s. Being in the 50s, I'm starting over my whole life, so I'm gonna do a little series. I am I always get this wrong, but I'm a aggregator for Wobble TV service. Aggregator. So I am looking for people that wants to that are content creators that would like to upload their movies, blogs, documentaries, or whatever to this new streaming service. So inbox me. I am a production manager on Sister JJ's project. She's doing another independent film. So I'm working as her project management. I'm pretty excited about that, and just living life. just living life. And also I'm starting my own business. It's called Bees Tuft Rugs, where I make customized, personalized rugs. And thank y'all for having me. And no ultimatums.
Miss B is terrible, man. Love her. All right, young queen, talk to the people.
Hey guys,
What you got?
uh, you can find me on all social media at its.deannaelise. That's its.deannaelise. That's everything involving dance, acting, producing, directing. I am also an aggregator for Wobble TV as well as a mentee to Sister JJ, also an Actors Elite. So if you want, if you need something creative, you know where to go. That's me.
Yay.
You all, both of
You're
you guys
so
are
cute.
I just love it. I love it. All right, KK, talk to the people.
You can follow me on IG and TikTok. KK underscore born great. That's KAY underscore born great. Drop me a DM. Talk to me.
All right. Any businesses, anything?
Yes, my sister and I are we are doing a bakery. I also am a health educator. I like to talk all things health. I also study herbalism. So I will be sending out tips and things like that to help with your health because I want everyone to be well.
Yes. And she's so modest. She actually also sells mouthwash. And I call it healing, child. I call it healing. Yes.
All things health.
Yes. She also sells washing powder. So, guys, y'all get up with her. It's all about the health. All about that.
Black owned
Yes.
business. Support.
And can I just point out, she also sells girl products too that are top tier.
Yes.
I am also a distributor for Jewel Pads. It is plant-based, non-toxic, feminine hygiene products. So look me up on IG, shoot me a DM, IG, TikTok, KAYKAYKK underscore born great.
Yep. And she's also an author. She's got her story. She's a curator in one of the series called Love Story. I think her volume is volume 4, The Price I Pay. And it is a heck of a story to read. I'm here to tell you guys. We're going to ask her to get that her website. Go ahead and add some of her product on her website because, guys, it's amazing. I use it. I am. I use the washing powder. Obviously, we live together. I use the mouthwash. I say, hey, sister, I need one. You know, takes good care of me. That's her thing, guys. And we also, we got to revamp it, but we also host a conversation. Welcome to the Winners Club. Everybody deserves to be a winner. We talk about finances. We are not financial analysts, but we just share information that we know. And hopefully that you all can grab it and grow your finances as well. And we are, I'm going to say travelers. We like to travel as well. Yes. So, oh, look, I'm about to turn the thing to me.
Get it on you then. Get it on y'all. Get out your
I get all personal stuff. Oh my God. So, queens. It's okay to love yourself and it's okay to love your queens. Never let someone's confidence fuel your insecurities.
Period.
Never let someone else's confidence fuel your insecurities. Stop trying to be in everybody else's spotlight. Everybody have their own spotlight. I bring mine with me. Walk in your own spotlight and you will see some amazing things happen. Never be afraid to compliment another queen because complimenting that other queen is actually complimenting yourself. You're saying, I feel good enough about myself. I love myself enough to be able to recognize the beauty in another queen. It's okay. It's absolutely okay to love yourself first and to see the beauty in others. So Until next time, guys, we will see you all later. Oh, what am I doing? Huh. Sneezing.
Thank
Other
you.
than sneezing. I mean, everyone's already said it. Guys, please download Wobble TV in your Apple Store or your Google Play Store. We got Never Dance with the Devil. It is about to hit soon. It's going to be hitting Tubi soon. I'm not going to let you all know the date yet. It'll be hitting Tubi and it'll be hitting Wobble TV. Moving forward, as we are doing movies, they will go to Wobble TV first, and then we're shopping to everyone else. I do have my campaign, Stop Living Broke. You can get those books either paperback or digital on my website. I am Sister JJ, SistaJayjay. I have a mentorship program. I have the Actors Academy boot camp. And yeah, we're just making movies. Actors Elite, if you're an actor and you don't have representation, come on over to Actors Elite. We promise to get some light on you. It's about visibility. I don't promise you stardom, but you will be elite. I love what I do, and that's helping dreams come true. Always putting God first. See y'all next time, Queens.
All right.